Two grumpy critics.
I sat down and watched another fine feature film, and this is one that you have reviewed in the past. You reviewed it last year, and it is M. Night Shyamalan's Split.
Oh, great!
From 2016.
Yeah, what did you think?
Well, I really enjoyed it. But...
No,
it's not real bad. Here's the problem. This is 2 years old now, so I mean I won't give away the ending totally, but I think we can safely mention one of the spoilers because I heard about the spoiler before I even went in, and it's 2 years on now, so who wouldn't? But the whole movie hinges on the fact that this film exists in the Unbreakable universe.
Right.
That's the big twist. Okay, that's the big reveal. The problem is if you know that going in, you're not surprised by what happens. Even though you don't know what happens.
Right.
Okay. And and you reviewed it very well. It's James McAvoy, by the way, is brilliant as these 23 different personalities.
Yeah.
I thought his performance was fantastic, and I can only imagine how much fun he had in that role.
Oh, yeah.
But, of course, he captures these three nubile young women, and they all to various fates, trying to escape this madman who's possessed with all these things. Now, the whole premise of the movie is that these personality traits affect not only the mind, but affect the body. For example, only one of his personalities has diabetes.
Yeah.
The other ones don't. And there's this doctor who is kind of peppered throughout the whole movie. She's kind of the calming force or the evening force throughout the whole film. And she's basically saying, look, these aren't defects. These are like almost like superpowers, which, again, ties it to the Unbreakable universe.
Yeah.
That if the mind has the ability to add or take away something like diabetes or something like that, then this is something that should be studied. This is a real thing. This is not a defect. This is a strength that we should explore it. We should study it, learn how it works. And then, of course, it culminates in the reveal that this is part of the Unbreakable universe, which, as we know, if you've seen Unbreakable, it basically posits the existence of superpowers to begin with.
Yeah.
So all of these fantastic things that James McAvoy's character is talking about, all these things that he is going to do, if you didn't know, and if I didn't know that this was in the Unbreakable universe, I would think, okay, he's just bonkers. Okay, what is this all about? And I would be kind of expecting a totally different twist. But the fact that I knew it was in that universe, that I knew that it's accepted that superpowers exist, then the surprise wasn't as big for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But I thought it was a very well done movie. I mean, the ending surprised me in more than one way. The fate of the girls, and one of the girls specifically, how her past intertwines with the present, and how it affects her interaction with James McAvoy. I just thought it was very well written. I thought it was a return to form for Shyamalan. I was never really off his bandwagon. Now, granted, I didn't see the last couple of clunkers, or at least as they were reviewed. I mean, one was The Happening, wasn't it, with Mark Wahlberg?
Well, that's right, yeah.
Another one was, I can't even remember, Bryce Dallas Howard was in it, and it had something to do with water and a pool. I don't know. Anyway, those were panned so heavily that I didn't even bother to see them. And I was a little bit soured on him after The Village. But I don't think The Village was as bad as people said it was. I think The Village would have made a lovely 60-minute or even 30-minute Twilight Zone episode.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I just thought, as you would say, it was a long driveway to a short house. I mean, you go through all that, and then you're like, oh, really? Come on. If Serling had bookended that with his comments in about 30 minutes, you would have been like, oh, that was pretty clever. So I don't think The Village was as bad as people said it was, at least the premise anyway. But I do think he was caught in a trap, and he couldn't walk out of trying to out-twist himself.
Yeah.
But in this one, I think the twist makes sense. I think it's very clever for him to put this in the Unbreakable universe, which I still claim is one of the, if not the best superhero film ever made.
And that's saying something, particularly in these days of Marvel and DC.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's just Unbreakable is brilliant, and I'll go to my grave saying so. It's neat that he put this in the same universe, and that we might be heading for a meeting between James McAvoy's psycho guy and Mr. Dunn, as portrayed by Bruce Willis. So we'll see. It speaks of possibly interesting things to come. I give this one 4 stars out of 5.
A Radio 6 international production from the USA. Copyright 2018.